Hello, I wanted to share another dessert recipe with you tonight. Um, this is just peanut butter cookie dough, and it's about the simplest peanut butter cookie dough you'll ever hear about. It's kind of going around on the internet, but it's just 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, and an egg. And that does work. It sounds weird, but it works. Um, but it'll be really wet when you first try to handle it, so you got to keep kneading it until it turns into a more of a cookie dough consistency, or else you won't be able to form it. So, but I'm going to do something special with it. I didn't think this would work the first time I tried it, but I tried it and it worked. So I got to show it to you. So first I'm going to break this into 24 portions. This recipe pretty perfectly makes 2 dozen cookies. And now I'll show you what I've got here. Don't ask me how to pronounce that. But it's just dark chocolate. I get this from Aldi's, and it's my favorite chocolate. I just need a bite of chocolate. This is my go-to. I was having one of those days when I was just craving sweets and craving chocolate, and I really wanted to try combining the two in a new, different sort of way. I thought that if I did this, it would just run out and make a mess in my cookie sheet, but it did not. It stayed right inside and made a perfectly chocolate-filled peanut butter cookie. You just tuck that inside and kind of roll the cookie dough around it, hide it in there, and it stays in there. It comes out really nice. I'll get a close-up of this so you can see. Just cover it all up real nice like that. And it'll flatten out as it's baking, but the chocolate all stays inside. And then you'll have a perfect chocolate-filled peanut butter cookie. I've also tried this recipe without adding any chocolate in the middle, and even though it's super simple, it really comes out very delicious. I was very surprised at how good it was with it being that easy. I guess the peanuts add enough flour-like material and enough oil that all you really need is the egg and the sweetener. Seems like you'd need some kind of leavening, but apparently not. Turns out just fine. Oops. And I bake these at 350 degrees for about, I would check them at 10 minutes and see what you think. It's a little bit tricky the first time you do it because these cookies are so, this dough is so dark that it looks like the color you would expect a peanut butter cookie to be coming out of the oven. So it's easy to over bake them, waiting for them to look more toasted than they already do. You kind of have to feel them. If you know what a done peanut butter cookie feels like, then you'll probably be able to tell by the feel when these are done. Or you might do like me and over bake them on the first try. So if you're making these for company, try them for yourself once first. Just kind of make sure there's no corner of the chocolate sticking out. And it should stay all in there for you. And the cookie dough, I mentioned it was really wet to begin with, and I had to knead it for a few minutes. It was probably about 5 minutes. I didn't time it, so that's a guess. But I think it took about 5 minutes for it to go from too wet to handle to cookie dough consistency. And since these don't have any leavening in them, they don't really get much bigger, so they'll spread out a little bit as they get hot. So you'll want to leave a little space between them, but they're not gonna spread all out and fill the whole cookie sheet if you don't have a whole 2 inches between them. put these in the oven for about 10 minutes. All right. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. All right, my timer just went off, and I'm going to check on these cookies. So let's see what they look like. All right, I'm going to pull the pan out a bit so I can touch them. I think, yeah, that's still too wet. I don't know, the edge kind of feels dry. The middle's quite wet though. I'm gonna give it another minute and a half and see what it looks like then. All right, check on these again. I think it feels soft in the middle but not wet in the middle. And it feels done on the edge. I think this is done. I think these are done. So that was about 12 minutes, but it'll be different depending on your oven, so don't count on it being exactly 12 for you. All right, thank you for watching. Enjoy your cookies.